I was watching friends fall apart on the internet because they were getting too involved in particular culture war battles. By culture wars, I mean the battle for dominance over conflicting values. So I was sitting there watching friends get too involved in the transgender battle, for instance, and would and they kind of lost their minds. They lost their reputation. They lost their families. They lost all of their work, and their life just became this battle. And I thought that's terrible. And also, I've got to be honest, quite interesting. Like, why is this happening to people? And I thought the way to tell that story would be to go back in time and find the pebbles thrown in the pond, the origin stories that led us to this world of excessive cultural conflicts that we're living in now. The culture wars predate the internet. The modern culture wars really began in the early 1970s when the Christian right, after 50 years of not really doing anything much, they sat out the 60s. They didn't have to do anything in the 50s because America was going the way that they wanted it to go. Suddenly got politicized. So yeah, it all began in the early 1970s. I think things escalated massively when libertarian tech utopians created the internet and took all of that conflict and created a business model and an algorithmic model that would prod and prod and prod at the conflict for their own financial ends. So that things got a lot worse when they came along. And it's just unfortunate that so many of the kind of power structures in the world, like the conflict on social media, politics loves it. The Republican Party over here have become, like a party of trolls in a way. And the mainstream media sucks up to social media. So, there's so many powerful institutions have been influenced by that horrible, cold outrage that occurs on social media. So it's infected the culture or the country in that way. But yeah, on a daily basis, people are still really nice to each other and want to help each other and want to support each other. And when opposing factions do get together, that's when culture wars end, as indeed things fell apart, my show demonstrates. Well, here's my hopeful view that younger kids, I think 12-year-old kids now, growing up in a world where their older siblings have created a very draconian set of rules that if you go on social media and say something slightly wrong, it's going to affect you for the rest of your life. So I think there's going to be a lot of young kids who are thinking, that's not the world I want to live in, my God. So my hope is that a younger generation is going to come and be a little bit more chilled out about all of this stuff.